So up we go. So and again, so single, and again, single. Sometimes I ask you to keep the ribs nice and still, but I want them today to lift as you breathe in and breathe out. Go into a side bend. So we're going to come over down to the right knee into your dart position, and then over to the left knee. And again, so over to right, and then over to left. One more time each side. 1 and 2. Bring the back of the hands together, and then open out the chest. Yeah, so back of the hands together, just dip forward and open back. And again, back of the hands and open chest. One more time. Back of the hands and open chest. Let's take the right arm over the top, and then the other side. Okay, lovely. 2 more. 1 and 2. Right, bring your arms down and go into a frontal raise. So you're coming up to center and lower. Okay, and again up to center and lower. Now just gently, not too deep, just push the pelvis back and lift. Yeah, so no, hardly any movement. Yeah, so showing you sideways. I'm just coming back slightly. Yeah, not too deep, and then lift up. Yeah, and again, so down and now. As you're coming up into a stand position, I want you to think about pushing down into the heels. So you push up from the heels, not the balls of the feet or the toes. Yeah, through the heels, down and push up. Lovely. I'm going to take the right arm up, and then I'm going to open it. So I'm going to put my legs a little bit wider than hip distance and lower. And then again, so we're going to go up and then open, in and down. And again, so up, push back, in and lower. One more time, up. Okay, we're going to go into a thread the needle. So I'm going to drop down my head and my neck and my shoulders, sliding my hands down just so I'm on top of my knees, and then I'm going to thread my needle. I'm going to come under, and then I'm going to twist and rotate up to the top. Yeah, and again, so I'm going to come down and under, and then I'm going to come up to the top. Okay, then I'm going to place that hand down onto the knee, and I'm going to go into the other side. So down and through. So I'm preparing the shoulders, so we're going to go into some posterior work, into some scap retraction, which we did on Monday, which we also did in the park yesterday as well. So hands onto the knee, okay, down and through into your cow stretch. And again, up into your cat, stretching through the back of the shoulders and through the spine, and then down into your cow stretch. Okay, bring it up and through. Right. Take your arms up with you. Breathe in and breathe out. So lovely positive energy going through your body as you breathe in, and releasing any stress as you breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now this time I'm going to take it over. So I'm going to leave it to the top, and then I'm going to take it over into a lateral side bend, and I'm going to come over to the other side. And again, so up and over to my right, and then up and over to my left. Now I'm going to come over, and then I'm going to drop down to the floor to center. Inhale, exhale, and roll it up. Yeah, I'm going to bring my arms up with me. Then I'm going to come over to the other side into my stretch. Then I'm going to drop down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, and roll it up. Should we do that one more time each side? So take the arms up. We go into that lateral flexion. We drop down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, and then roll it up. Okay, one more time. So we go up, and then tip it over, lateral flexion to the left side. Drop it down to center, and then roll it up. Okay, let's stretch out the upper back. So bring your hands together, interlink, just slightly drop your chin towards your chest, yeah? So I'm in a position, just slightly drop. Okay. Lovely. Then I'm going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm pushing through my fingers. Yeah, pushing through my fingers, and then bring it back to neutral, and then just like a figure of 8. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lovely. Let's do that again. So stretch out through the upper back. Then I'm going to go stretch the shoulders. So I'm going to bring my hands above my head and come as high as I can up to the ceiling. Then I'm going to bring my hands down in front of me, and then I'm going to turn and I press through my fingers, stretch out my fingers, and then I'm going to go into a figure of 8. Yeah. So I'm releasing through the hands and the fingers and the wrists, the whole lot. Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Just drop the arms down. Let's go into that frontal raise. Stay here. Now retract back. So pull the shoulders back and forward. Yeah. So pull back and in. Yeah. And again. So the arms are in line. Yeah. If you see sideways, my arms are in line with my shoulders. So I pull back and forward. Yeah. So I'm not opening. Yeah. So they stay here, and then I pull back. So think about the shoulder coming back together. Push. Quite an awkward exercise to do, but so good for the scats. 2 more. 1 and then 2. Okay, now drop your hands down, drop your head, neck and shoulders. Now let's thread the needle. So thread under and then lift to the top. And again, so thread under. Now does that feel any easier? Now you're able to go a little bit further. Yeah, hands onto the knee, do it the other side. Drop down and lift up. Okay, and again, drop down and lift up. All right, lovely. Hands onto the knee, drop your chin and then roll up. Okay, so legs a little bit wider now. Okay, take the arms through, a bit old school, but breathe in and breathe out. And again, cross over, breathing in and breathe out. Bring your arms forward, come back into a squat and lift, yes? And through the pelvis. Today's focus as well is about fat burning, but it's also about mobilizing and strengthening the hips. So we're going to put in some rotation today. Down. Okay, let's come down a bit deeper. So down and lift, yeah? So deep, down and lift, yeah? This is where we come into our fat burning. 2 more. 1, nice and deep, and 2. Now take your hands down with you. Take them down with you into a deep sumo squat, yeah? And again, down, 1. Lovely. Give me 2 more. So you're bringing your hands down as far as you can to the floor and up. And again, so reach down and up. Give me 3 and 1. So bend at the knees, push the pelvis back. 1, 2, 3 and lift. Yeah, that's tough. And again, 1, 2, 3 and lift. Take your arms up, breathe in and breathe out. There's your breather. And again, 1 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Give me 3 and 1 sumo. 1, 2, 3 and release. Yeah, and again, 1, 2, 3 and release. Time, take the arms up and through. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more time. Then we're going to go into 4 deep squats to finish here. Take it through, take your hands down. 1. That's it, nice and deep. 2. Deeper still. 3. Deeper again. 4. Lovely. Bring it together. Okay. Take your hands at the side of your head and just rotate over. So go over to my right side. And then I'm going to go over to my left side. And again, round to my right. And then around to my left. Okay. All right, so keep the hands where they are. So we're going to do a little bit of opposite work. So I'm going to reach through my right elbow to my left knee. So I'm going to lift 1, yeah, and 2. So I'm reaching across. So it's like a little crunch, yeah? A little crunch. So it's 1. So try not to pull down on your neck, yeah? Not here. So arms open. So 1, 2, 3. Don't worry if you can't get to your knee, yeah? This is just a target for you. All right. Lovely. 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay. Right. From here, go back to rotation. So your heart rate then should have come up slightly, yeah? So I don't want you, not this, yeah, but heart rate up slightly. Okay, I'm going to change this and I'm going to take my leg and my opposite arm. So I'm going to take my right leg up and use my left arm. So I do 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So stretching those hamstrings. 7. We're going to go back to rotation. So we're going to go round to my right and then round to my left. Chopping my head off in the screen. And then round to my right. Lovely. Thoracic twisting right the way through. Okay. Right leg only. Right. So we're going to come in 1. Then I'm going to extend 2. Yeah. Other side. 1. Extend 2. Lovely. And again. 1. Extend 2. So really reach. I'm ready to reach for that foot. Just 1, push 2, 3, push 4. 2 more, bit quicker. 2. Give me 2 more. 1, push, 2, push. Well done. Excellent. Turn around to the right. Turn around to the left. Okay. Draw the arms down. Lift them up. Give me a monkey squat. Take it down and lift up. And again, come down and through and lift up. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into a burpee now. Okay, so remember the awful burpees we used to do. So I'm going to do it on a diagonal to show you, okay? So I'm as if I was facing you, but I just want you to see where my legs are going. So from here, I'm going to drop down to the floor. I'm going to take my right leg back, and then my left leg back. Yeah, I'm into a full plank. Then my right leg in, and then my left leg in, and I push up. Yeah, join me. So we come down, push back 1, 2, go into Spider-Man, 3. This is your Spider-Man, yeah? Let me show you Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yeah? And up. Yeah, let's do it again. So come down, push back 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it up. And again, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your last one. Now do it with me. Come down. Now push back into your high plank. Stay here. Okay. We're going to jump back into the hands. So jump it. Okay. So you're jumping in now into my sumo squat. I'm going to lift up and through. Okay. Come down to sumo. Hands on the inside. Elbows on the inside of the knees. And push back. So open the pelvis. Yeah. Open the hips. And push back. As far as you're feeling it here, yeah, into the inside of the over to your left, over to your left. 2, nearly there. 3 and 4. Place your hands down. Straighten out the legs. Give yourself a hamstring stretch. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees slightly as you roll it up. Okay. Together and open the chest. Bring it forward and open. And again. And open. Last one. Take it through and open. Take it over the top. Over the top. And the other side, over, and one more time, over to my left side, and then over to my right side. Bring your arms down, come down into a side lunge, yes? I'm feeling my stretch just here on the inside of my thigh. Okay, and then the other side. If you want to come down lower, take your legs up a little bit wider. Okay, we're going to go through a stretch, just like a thread the needle. But you don't have to. And if coming down low is too difficult for you, there's too many issues going on, then just come up higher, yeah? So you can stay here, or you come down low. Now you can bring the hand down to the floor and then cross the other side. Now I want you to take it over and stay here. Just hold it there. Okay, and then over to the other side. I'm going to add in rotation. So I'm going to come over and lift up, just like the thread the needle. And then the other side. over and lift. Push back on that shoulder. Fire up the abs, don't let them go. One more time each side. And through the other way. Okay. Place the hands both down, hands down onto the floor. Jump them together, the feet, and roll up. There we go, to the top. And take your shoulders back and down. Take your arms up, up, up. Breathe in, breathe out as you go over to your right side. Drop down to center. Inhale, exhale, and take it up. And then the other side. Up, take it over. Drop down to center and reach up. Okay. Take your right leg forward and left leg back. So I'm going into a split lunge. Okay. From here, I'm just going to bring my camera down so you can see. All right. I know you can't see my face at the moment, but from here, yeah, I'm going to bring my hands down and I'm going to drop my back knee to the floor. Yeah, so I'm in a hip flexor stretch. So I'm stretching through my hip flexor. I'm into my hip flexor. Can you see that? Somebody's talking? Okay. So in my hip, so I'm going to leverage down on my right hand and I'm going to take my left hand to the side of my head and I'm going to rotate back. Yeah, so I'm rotating back. And I'm going to push back. Okay, and center. Drop it down, bring that leg in, and take the other one back. Okay, hip flexor stretch. So I'm feeling my stretch on the other side, yeah? Feeling my stretch on the other side. I'm using my left hand to anchor down, and my right hand to the side of my head, yeah? And from here, I'm pushing down into the ground, and then I'm opening through. So I'm rotating back, and in. And again, back as far as you can go. One more time. Back, twist back. Lovely, guys, well done. Place both hands down, and scoop this leg back. Yeah, scoop it back. Place your hands down onto the carpet. Tuck your toes under and then go into a down dog. I'm just going to come a little bit further forward into a down dog. So I'm stretching out my calf muscles. Then I'm going to lower down to the floor. I'm almost there, but I'm not touching. Yeah, I'm not touching the floor. Then I'm lifting up. Okay, into your down dog position, into your calf stretch. One more time. Come down almost to the floor. If you need to put your knees on the floor, then do so. You can do that. Okay, and then lift up to down dog. One more time. Come down into bear pose. Hold it there. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down and sit back into your child's pose. Okay guys, now we're down onto the floor. Just grab your mat. If you haven't, I need to take mine, so I haven't got that much room. So I'm going to spread mine out. Stay on the floor. All right, we're going to stay here. All right, so I'm going to come onto all fours. Okay, so we've gone from, just to remind ourselves, we went from the down dog position, and then we went into the bear pose. And then I dropped you down onto the floor. Okay, scapular retraction. Remember what we were doing earlier, so I'm just going to drop my chest down to the mat and then back up. Yeah, and again, so remember, drop down. I'm not bending the elbows. I'm going to show you on front on. So now, because of this hypermobility, notice how the elbows are going out? I want to push them in. See how they naturally do this? I want to do that. Then I'm going to come down to the floor and then lift up, yeah? Notice there's no change in my arms. My hands are in line with my shoulders and my knees are in line with my hips. Yeah, give me 2 more. Drop down. Really feeling almost like the bones are touching as you come down. Okay, then sit back. We're going to thread the needle. Sit back slightly. draw the right arm down and touch the floor if you can, yeah? So touch all the way down. Okay, and then rotate, and then take it back. And again, so tuck it under, drop the shoulder down, stretching out through that shoulder. Lovely stretch. And then up and rotate through the spine. Let's place that hand back down into 12 o'clock position. So fingers forward. Let's do the other side. So I'm going to come down, drop the shoulder. And then I'm going to lift it all the way back. And again, so I'm going to come down, drop in the shoulder. And then all the way through. Okay, last time. Go into your child's pose. So to sit back onto your heels. So this is again your rest and recovery position. Right, this is where we go. Okay guys. Alright, let's put on down on the mat. Let's come on to our side. Yeah, so come onto a side lying. Alright, so come down so where your head is on in your hand, or you can place it down onto your bicep, whatever is most comfortable for you. Yeah, wherever it's most comfortable. I'm going to bring my head up slightly, only because I need to see you in the monitor. Okay, I'm going to take, oh, I need to come away. I need to come away a little bit. So I'm going to take my top leg away from my bottom leg. Okay, and I'm going to begin with level 1. So my bottom leg is supporting me. Then I'm going to lift and lower. Yeah, this hand, just leave it down. Just relax it. Yeah, try and just relax the shoulders. That's it. Lift and lower. Okay. And try now. There's lots of things, the little things to think about, some little tweaks. Think about sort of drawing in the waistline away from the mat. So you're not sitting, lying on the mat here. Yeah, heavy down. Think about up. Yeah, up and through. Lift and lower. Okay, now we're going to go into a rotation. So I'm going to rotate. Take it any way you want to, so forward or back. Alright, so we're going to do 4, and then we're going to change the direction. Alright, let's go around the other way. So remember, our focus today, I said, was about the rotation. So we went down into the sumo squat, where we were opening up the pelvis and the hips. So this should feel a lot more freer now. So lift and lower. So just little pulses, yeah? Not too quickly at the moment. Just lift and lower. So notice I'm not coming up too high. Yeah, lift and lower. Lift and lower. And again, 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, now hold it here, slightly higher than the hip, into that isometric position. Hold it there. Don't let it go. Hold it there. Okay, now I want 8 small pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it there. Don't let it go. Fire up through the abdominals. Yeah, really think about sucking them in. Yeah, bringing in the belly button into the spine. 8 more pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop the leg down. Give it a little stretch there. Let's go into a glute stretch. So come down into the knee towards the floor, and then take the leg high to the ceiling. Yeah? Down. Well, not quite to the ceiling, more into a diagonal. Yeah? And again, so come down, glute stretch into leg extension. Yeah? And again, glute stretch to leg extension. Okay. From here, draw the leg down, give it a little rub, and then roll over onto your back. Okay? So let's go onto our back. So I'm going to do some bridge work with you first of all, and then we'll come on to the other side. Okay. So lying down into that neutral position, arms at the side of you. Yeah? And there we are, down we go. Alright, so I'm just going to tilt the pelvis forward and back. Yeah, so tilt to slightly lifting my glutes away and then push back. All right, so keep that going, guys. Push them out. So just finding that neutral position. So keep that going. Let's have a look at you. All right, that's it. Lovely, Jenny. Catherine, excellent. Steve, I can't see you on the camera. Gillian, who else have I got? Christine, yes, lovely. So really getting, and Becky, just getting that movement through the pelvis, okay? So just keep that going. And then when you're ready, find your neutral. So find the neutral, okay? So again, like we said, it changes every day. So from here, then go into your anterior tilt, lift up, and then you're into your bridge. Now I want you in your bridge as high as you can, yeah, without pushing up the hips so far, but just hips as high as you can, yeah? It's not about doming the tummy, yeah? Just hips up nice and high. I'm going to lift up my right heel, and I'm going to lower, and then my left and lower, yeah? And again, so I lift, I'm engaging the hamstrings and lowering, lift and lower, okay? So if this feels good, you can stay here, yeah? All right, just give me 2 more, 1 and 2. All right, now I'm going to extend my right leg up to the ceiling, yeah? My left foot is down, then I'm going to lower down, not all the way, see I've got space, and then I'm going to come up, okay? And again, so I'm going to lower down and lift up. So my left glute and hamstring is under contraction, yeah? Under full contraction. So I'm going to lift up and lower. And again, so I lift and lower. Last 2, up and lower. One more time. We should really be feeling that now, guys. Place that leg down. Take your hips up a little bit higher, yeah, so try not to rest if you can. If you need to, just come down and bring your knees into your chest. But if you can, stay with me for the next 8 reps. So lift up the left leg, then lower down and lift. That's 1 rep. And then down and lift up. That's it, lovely. 2. That's not 2, is it? That's 4. Losing count. 4, 5, 3 more. 1 and 2. Nearly there. And 3. Okay. Place that foot down. Pop the hips up a little bit higher and squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Yeah. Hold it there. Open out the legs, open and close. Yeah, and again. So open and close. 2 more. Keep it high. Open and close. 1 more. I'm going to turn over into cat-cow. Open and close. Draw each vertebrae down onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. And then just hug there. Okay, hold it there. Okay. Roll it over and come back onto all 4s. We're going to come into our cat-cow, so come up onto your all 4s and draw up into your cat stretch. And then into your cow stretch. And again, up into cat, and then down into cow. Okay, I'm going to bring myself around to the front. Okay, so I'm on all 4s, and I'm going to go through hip rotation on the same side I was working. So when I was here, we were doing this, yeah? I want my same leg working. So I'm on my 4s, and I'm going to work on my same leg. So I'm just going to go round, yeah? Hip rotation. Round, that's it. So I'll show you sideways so you can see. So what I'm doing is just making a circle with my knee. That's it. Okay, round we go. 1 and 2. Lovely. Drop the knee down, tuck the toes under, down dog. Push up. And then come down into bear pose. Yeah. And again, push up. Push into that calf stretch. And then come down past bear pose and place your knees down and rotate the other side. So we go round. So it's a circle back, hip rotation. So remember the sumo squat that we were doing? Opening out through the hips. So this should feel a lot better. Get more movement in it now. Okay. 2 and 1. Drop your foot down, tuck your toes under, push up to the tailbone into your down dog. Come down into bear pose, hold that here, and push back into down dog. Okay, come down all the way onto your knees, sit back into your child's pose. Lovely guys, let's go on to our other side. So let's come down onto our other side. Okay, so set yourself up. Remember, top leg away from the bottom leg. Flex the feet. Hips are stacked on top of one another. And then just circle. Alright, just circle around. Alright, that's it, nice big circles. And you go as big as you want to, yeah? You can come all the way round if you want to, or just stay here into a smaller circle. But whatever circle you make will be a bigger circle than what you would have done previously. Because when we went into the sumo squat, we pushed back with our elbows onto the inner thigh, we've really released through that hip area. So you've got a lot more mobility now doing this than what you would have, say, 45 minutes ago. Hold the leg up here, just lift and lower, lift and lower. That's it. So lift and lower. And it's not about the height, it's not about, oh, I get all the way up to the top. It's not about that, it's the engagement with what's going on here, yeah? And it's about the correct form. So you're not just lifting and lowering and allowing everything just to relax here, yeah? So you're always keeping the hips one on top of the other, yeah? Like bricks. Yeah, think about that. Alright. Alright, we're going to go into an isometric contraction. Okay, so one more time. Alright, now hold it here. So, and my leg is a little bit higher than my hip. Only a little bit, right? I'm going to hold it here. Again, I'm going to fire at my abdominals. I've got my head in my hand because I'm looking at about 4 or 5 of you down the side of my monitor. Okay. Now I'm going to little movements for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to hold, still stay in that isometric. So the muscle is not shortening or anything, we're just staying where it is. Now I'm going to do the 8 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just hold it there. Now drop it down. Okay. Take this down into your glute stretch and then lift to the corner. Yeah? So you come down, stretch through the glute into leg extension. And again, down to glute stretch. Lift to extension. And again, down to glute. And lift to extension. One more time. Down into glute. Lift to extension. And bring it down. And relax. Lovely, guys. Let's roll over onto our back. We haven't done that yet, have we? It's your favourite position on the back. Okay. Let me just do myself. Right there. Okay. Alright, so we've fitted another this Mash Up Medley we've done today. We've done an awful lot of work in it. Okay, Taking your hands at the side of your head. Okay, feet are flat onto the floor and knees are bent. Let's work the upper part of our tummy. So I'm going to and lower. Okay, and again. So I'm just going to lower. That's it. Just put in, tummy wall nice and tight, and lower. Lower. So I want you to know we've been doing a lot of work with our hands at the side of our head, temples. Yeah? You'll never pull it. So much of that when I used to 4 months ago. So many people crunch. You remember those ab crunches that we used to have back in that piece to rest your and you rest your hand on it, you bring it over. Yeah, and I used to see people swinging away on the neck. Release down, okay? I'm gonna take my leg into a tabletop and I'm gonna take that down. Okay, so I'm keeping the upper tummy muscles under contraction, yeah? Into that isometric contraction. I'm looking for my belly button down because I'm bringing my legs into tabletop. And lower. Then I'm gonna leave my right leg up and then I'm gonna bring my left leg to join it. From here, draw your head, neck and shoulders down onto the floor. Keep them where they are, hands at the side of the head. Extend the right leg and then back into tabletop. So really nothing going on into the lumbopelvic area. Staying nice and still. Open and close. Open. Extend the leg, and get back, and push, and extend. Okay, now step, head, neck and shoulders, working the upper part of the tummy, muscles around the ribs. Now I'm going to extend my right leg, and then in, and then extend my left leg, and in. And again, 1, and then 2. Okay, I'm going to extend my right leg, and I'm going to pulse for 3. 1, 2, 3, bring it in, other side. If you feel you need to push your head and neck, take your head, neck and shoulders down onto the mat, then please do, yeah? 2, 3, bring it in. 1, 2, 3, everybody if you're up with me, higher, push up higher. 1, 2, 3, in, push. 1, 2, 3, in, one more each side. 1, 2, 3, last one. 1, 2, 3, in, and relax. Woo! That was a hard one. Very challenging, guys. Well done. Where does 45 minutes go? Place your hands just under your thigh and just rock off side. Side to side. Position. So we're going to roll up. We'll find your own way up, okay, safely. Inhale, exhale, and then roll up. Okay. Bring yourself into a seated position. Place your right hand down and lift over onto your left. And then down and over. And again, lovely stretch right the way through the side of the back. Into the obliques as well, into the waist area. And then over. Okay, I'm going to bring my hands together. I'm going to interlink. I'm going to drop my chin towards my chest. Then I'm going to turn them over, stretch the fingers out. So then I'm going to lift up. I'm going to stretch the shoulders. So I'm lifting my ribs up away to my shoulders, so shoulders away from the ribs and ribs away from the hips. And then I'm going to bring it down and I'm just going to figure it around. And that's it, to loosen off. 3, 2, and 1. Release down. So take both legs away and then just pop your right leg over your left. Even though we have done a glute stretch in our routine, our little sequence today, let's just go to a little bit of a deeper one. So I'm taking my elbow. Yeah, we've been using our elbows a lot, haven't we, today, to push either inside the thigh, or now I'm going outside of the knee and pushing away from me into my left side. I'm going to look over my right shoulder. And what I'm not doing, I'll show you sideways, yeah? What I'm not doing is that, yeah? I really want you to think about open, lifting, sitting tall, yeah? See the difference? This, yeah, that, into this. So it's a lovely stretch, a lovely twist through the spine. Okay, now I'm going to change sides. And then placing my right arm just on the outside of my knee, left hand behind me, remember, tall, and then I look into my corner. Oh, I think it's raining again. There goes my walk cancelled this afternoon. Yes, forecast is drizzle until 2, and then rain. Okay, place the feet together, and then again, I want elbows inside, and press down. Right. Just pressing down. Just like, remember sumo squat? Stay where you are. Remember sumo squat? Here. Same thing. So push down. Okay, you just come up and just rock off side to side. 2, 1. Last stretch. Just place your hands together. Drop your chin to your chest. Stretch out that upper back. 4 and 3. 2 and 1, and take that down. Cross your legs over. Okay.